Welcome to In Hindsight, where we showcase local New Mexico. We also talk about hot topics, and also, are you the a-hole? And today, I'm your host, Day.
My name is Michaela.
I'm Vivek.
And we are actually going to showcase a lot of events that Vivek went to this past couple weeks.
Or they're coming up.
Or they're coming up.
Some of them are coming up. Yes, both. So that's volleyball. So the JCC, the Jewish Community Center, has a volleyball rec league, which I'm playing in. And this league is already in season right now. But if you're interested, you can also sign up for the fall league, the next season, yes.
Right. So
it's organized by the Sandia Volleyball Club. So a lot of people from Sandia Labs also play. This is my team, the one that you see on the screen right now.
Is there a fee for joining in?
Yes, I think if you're part of the Sandia Club, it's a little bit less. But if you're a private team, it's like $425 for the team, and then you split it amongst your players.
Okay. And what about this one? Where is this?
This one. So this is CJ. He's the owner of Evolve Fitness. This is the gym that I go to, and they have every month they have this program called Shred, where actually people get incredible results in terms of their fitness. Especially a lot of women go to it because
like a boot camp kind of thing.
Kind of like a boot camp. They have things going on every day.
That's cool.
It's really cool. It's a very well designed program because it's not just what you do there, but also your fitness, and they take measurements and whatnot. So it's really cool.
Yeah,
so it's worth checking out. Huh?
Do they track you?
They track you, yeah.
Okay.
It's really cool, yeah.
That's really cool because I have seen on my Facebook ads a lot of the boot camp stuff that is happening now. I mean, I know a lot of gym stuff is always it's like new me, new January kind of thing, right? So in January, everybody's like, I'm going to go to the gym.
It's you have to wait 20 minutes to get something.
Evolve is actually really cool because what I like about that particular gym is that everybody that you meet there is very inspiring. So people support each other. It's very nice. It's not like, those big name gyms where you go and you're like,
it's not competitive.
It's not It's very supportive. So that's what I really like.
Yeah, so it's very community vibe. So
community vibe, yes.
How long have you been going to this gym?
Oh, it's almost coming to a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Since last summer.
Do they have tiers of membership or how some depending on what you use or the tiers are at the beginning, they give you discounts?
So they have something like that. I think you should go to their website, evolvefitness.com. But they have a monthly membership, and monthly membership has unlimited classes for whatever you do. Oh, wow. But you could also get personal training. The Shred program is a group training program, which has all these other bells and whistles about getting regular check-in, nutrition. They have an app where you can track things. It's cool. It's a cool place.
Do you have a goal for going there right now?
It's an unannounced goal, but
so you won't announce it till it actually has happened.
No, it's okay.
Right?
So next year in January, in 2024 January, it's 25 years of my college reunion. So I'm like, and I used to be always skinny. There are pictures of me who you're talking about, being a bamboo. I was like that, right? And so I'm trying to change a little bit.
Yeah. No, my husband is really, because you, it's just I think it also helps when you're talking, because my husband is 6'1". So everybody in New York has known him as a skinny.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but then, he has gained weight since we left because I went to culinary school, so I fed him a lot of food.
She's I took place in that part.
Yeah, and it's me being a chef, also in COVID, what did we do? Absolutely nothing, but just
eat.
Yeah. We walked around our block a couple times, because I'm like a dog, I need to be out. So he'll be like, you want to walk today? And then just yes. But I COVID time, I had nothing to do, so I'm I made these really intricate vegetarian dishes, because vegetarian dishes you do have to supplement a lot of things.
Yes.
Because it does you do get hungry really more because you don't have protein really. Unless you have tofu and stuff, but it's not as substantiated as meat, right? So I did technically will be a 4-course meal and a regular entree. But on a vegetarian, I did the puree, and I fried some stuff for the texture, and cubed some stuff to make it look pretty.
So can I say something? You talk about food all the time, but I want to taste it now. It's that's not fair,
I'll try to get a get together. Because I had the last time I had hosted in my place. It's like I did a Belgian waffle brunch. So I love Belgian waffles, but the difference between Belgian waffles and regular waffles is like they're kind of like bread. You have to put yeast on it and you have to grow it bigger. So you have to actually let it bigger so like they're more dense. So
That
like
sounds
they're
good.
because like waffles are, I mean, they're usually like, I feel like pancakes but in like a griddle form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, they're kind of the same texture, the same flakiness, but I think waffles are more crunchier because they have the corners and stuff than like pancakes.
They do.
But Belgian waffles are like really heavy and dense. It's hard to eat like two of them. Like you can eat two waffles, but you can't eat two Belgian
Two
waffles.
Belgian
It's really heavy.
Okay.
So like we had like an unlimited mimosas, and then I had like Cobb salad and some, you know, some sides like potatoes and vegetables and stuff. But like I do, like I haven't been cooking a lot lately since I found out I'm pregnant. So like I'm constantly dizzy and nauseated,
Yeah.
and like I will cook some things and then I eat it and I'm like, I don't want it anymore. Or like I think I like it, but like I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is a little bit like annoying. So
All this talk of food is making me feel hungry.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next
I want to
event.
go back to the
Yes.
volleyball thing.
Oh, yes.
So like how many months is each, like, you know, when you sign up for a league for like spring, summer, fall, like how many
So
months is
this
that?
league, it started, I want to say sometime in February. So we're playing 10 games, and this pictures were from yesterday's games, which was game 8. So 2 more weeks. And then it's the elimination. So it's like, if you make the first round, whatever.
You keep
If you
moving
win,
on.
you keep moving on. It's like 3 rounds of those.
So how do you guys choose
So-
like your teams? Like, did they just like kind of like put you in a team? You
So
pick a team? Like, how does that
My
work?
team was very interesting because I was playing for the fall league, right? And somehow, and I said, oh, I'm a free agent. You know, if any team needs me, I'll sign up. And then this season, the athletics director at JCC, he contacted me saying, hey, I have 3 players who are looking for a team. Do you want to join them? I'm like, sure. And then the 4 of us got together, and they're like, oh, that's not a team. We need more players.
Yeah.
So I spoke to other people that I knew, like my friends, and I brought them on. So then now we had 10 people on the team. So it's a
like-
little bit too much, but it's all right.
That's fun.
Yeah.
This is good
But
fun.
like, but you need like, just in case, you know, injuries and stuff. You know what I mean?
Don't talk about that. We had so many, because so our team, you know, like compared to the other teams in the league, our team is a little bit on the older side, right? We're all mostly middle-aged people. And we had so many injuries this time. Like, it was, yeah. It's like,
Wow.
yeah.
So like,
We had injuries,
so like
yes.
when I was living in South Carolina, because that's where my family lives in
Yeah.
Charleston. So like, the biggest Asian community in South Carolina is Filipinos.
Ah,
So like when we moved here, it wasn't really that much of a transition because like I end up having a lot of Filipino friends because like, you know, we bowl with them and they have a basketball league every summer.
okay.
And it's really interesting to like see the age group because like you see like the little kids are all fast or whatever, and then the teenagers, and then like they actually like allow players till in their 50s. So like you see this like, you know, your dad,
Yeah.
right, and then like your dad's friends,
Yes.
and then they're all playing basketball, and you just sit there and you're like, when are they gonna go to the other side of the court? You know, like 'cause they're still like dribbling, you know, and it's like it is like a little bit like kind of have like a slow motion feel to it because you're like because you've been watching the younger ones at the beginning of the day, and
Oh my gosh.
they're the ones, so they usually play the latest of like whatever because like they usually rent like a gym, and
Okay.
before it was like in the it was in the local high school. So you know, so like they have like little Filipino snacks and foods like while you watch like the Filipino basketball league. So it's like, you know, they have like the kids and the teens and then also like the 20-year-olds, right? The 30-year-olds, they're still fairly fast, but like the 40 and 50-year-olds, you're just like, something should be happening, right? It's like, what's going on?
So
right now?
the thing I was going to say is what I noticed is that even in you know people who are around my age, if they've been working out, then it's lesser chance of injury. So the injuries that we
Yeah.
got, like, you know, some of them were actually really serious injuries, like, you know, somebody tore a meniscus and whatnot. But those are because, like, the probability of getting injured goes down if you've been strength training, and there's a lot of like research around it these days. So
Well,
it's,
also because like
like,
you're pulling muscles that you haven't pulled before if you're just like not
Or
exercising,
you're like
right?
using muscles that
You're
you don't
using-
normally use.
you're finding out that you have those muscles.
You're like trying to build them at the very wrong time.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, it's just like I need to exercise. That's my problem too, because like people are just like, oh, you're so skinny, and you're just like, yeah, but it's like it's also bad for me because like I'm like, I'm not getting any weight, so I think I'm okay. And my doctor's just like, you're fairly totally normal. I mean, that's a problem because like I'm not unhealthy enough. Like I don't have high blood pressure or any of that stuff that my doctors. But they're always telling me, it's like maybe you should like do some stuff. And I was working with daycare, so in a way I was kind of like excusing myself because I'm like, but I'm playing with the kids and I'm up and then doing stuff. But now I literally do
You're like
nothing.
active.
Yeah. So like it's active, but like not actually quite exercise. So it was something, but now I literally do nothing. So I'm like,
You have the excuse that you're pregnant, so take it easy. But at the same time, like for people who are watching this, I think exercise is a good thing.
yeah, I
It's a
think
good
so
thing,
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new gym right now too, actually.
Well, you should check out your wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should shop around because it's a good thing
Yeah,
about like
shop
I feel
around,
like right because like it's not January.
Yeah.
Because like I know like one gym, I think it's Equinox, where like they don't allow new members in January.
wow.
They're just like flat out refuse because they feel like it's like it's not a trend, but like
It's like
it's like they go, but then they don't really keep their
they don't stay.
yeah exactly. And also Equinox is hella expensive too. I have friends.
I've
that
never been.
yeah, it's like it's really big more in like East Coast and bigger cities because they definitely give a lot of different classes. So they do cycling classes and swimming classes and like they have a lot of different classes. So like my friend was like obsessed with Equinox at one time. But
That's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually a professional athlete.
yeah.
Yeah.
For like body fitness and stuff.
Oh, that's
so
so
I'm like
cool.
pretty familiar with the gym, but I normally go to Defined, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a different gym.
Yeah. And I
I'm
think
more of like a like a locally owned, it has that kind of a vibe rather than a corporate feel kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I like
I'm
that
more
too.
like that. It's like
but I think you should go to like something that like you're paying for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that I always tell people. It's just like anything that you put your money on, it has to be like
Worth it.
yeah, it has to be like worth
value,
the money.
the value.
The value should be like really good.
Yes.
But like jumping into that, our hot topic today is actually like cheating, and I feel like this is fairly common because like I've heard that like I know you guys heard that like Shakira was cheated by her soccer husband,
Yeah.
and then like I don't watch the Bravo housewife thing, but the Vanderpump has like I don't know if any of you guys like they have a show like one of the housewife thing, but like another couple like the guy cheated on the girl, but the thing is like. His ex-girlfriend, that's the girl that he cheated on. Does that make sense? So he had a girlfriend, so he cheated on her.
He cheated on her to get
with
this one.
Yeah, on this
and
one.
Then went back
and
to
then
that
this one now got cheated too. So he cheated on the second girlfriend with another person in the show.
with the third person. I thought it was the previous one. No.
So
Okay.
he had like a girlfriend in the show, cheated on her with the now girlfriend,
Yeah.
with the girlfriend now. And then the girlfriend now got cheated by another person on the show.
Oh, okay.
Right? So does that make sense? It's like
Yeah.
a double dipping
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I think there's like another celebrity, like a country celebrity that's also like, they're like taking a break because like he also cheated on their spouse. But like I think like I saw some statistic that like 46% of people that are in monogamous relationship had an affair.
I mean, that's almost similar to like, half the marriages end in divorce.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's
but only 26%, well, even though half of it, so like, but 26% of marriages does get divorced because of cheating. And men are 23% more likely to cheat, and women are 12% more likely to cheat.
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? So like,
So I think that the topic, so there's a sort of celebrity therapist, I think it's called.
Okay.
Her name is Esther Perel. She's from New York. So she has a podcast. I think she has a very good take on cheating. Like she has a book out, I think, or maybe I don't know if it's out already or if it's coming out. She's writing a book about, how infidelity actually tells you a lot about what actually was going on in the relationship.
I've seen this.
You've seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this. Yeah, we can say, okay, we can be judgmental about, oh yeah, this person cheated, and it says something about them, but it also says something about the relationship.
It's
Yeah.
like, what
That's
did they gain? What did they actually gain out of it? Like, what were
Exactly.
they missing? Or
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see that. But also like 28% of people that got cheated stayed in their relationship.
Yeah, most of them do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there's this whole research about that when you have a traumatic event, the post-traumatic growth is actually pretty significant if you can use that event
Do
for
actually,
personal
yeah,
growth.
so like,
right?
yeah, to like make
So,
it go out of
to
Yeah,
make
and
something out of it.
She
yeah,
said
yeah.
something like sometimes the relationships like come out stronger like after
Exactly.
that
Yeah, yeah.
experience too.
Yeah.
because like you become like one, like you actually like dealt with
Or
You're
there's
a
like a
team
way to
now,
start
right?
over too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a way to start over. Also, now you're like, okay, if you can separate the incident and
The
say, okay, we are a
person.
team.
Like what did we learn from
What
it?
do we learn from it? How do we
Yeah.
move forward? Right? There could be some value. Not that I'm advocating cheating, but
No.
Yeah,
right,
no, I
when
can
it's
understand. But there's something also, there's this
talk.
like question of like, do you guys think like cheating is more prevalent now, or it's just more obvious because like with social media, so people like put it out there. Then like people say it's just like, oh, there's like not a lot of cheating on like my parents' time, which I know is a lie. Like I know for a fact that like in my parents' time, like that's the thing. It's just like because we're Filipinos in our culture too is like to save face.
yeah.
So like you see like people that like not with their significant other, and like as a teen, and you're just like, they should be holding.
Something's wrong
Yeah,
with that
something's
picture.
wrong with this picture. Yeah, exactly. Because you're like, why are they holding hands? I mean, I know they're like close friends, but like that's a no-no. You know what I mean? And you kind of just like in a kind of like a hush-hush tone, that's just kind of like, oh no, it was like that one incident, right? It's always like that one incident.
It's always that's
I don't know if it's more easier because of social media. I think it's easier for people to like stay connected or like stay in touch with each other, like know what's going on in everybody's lives. But
So like, and also like, what are the degrees of cheating? Because like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. There's a show called The Glory,
Okay.
which is like a Korean show. It's like a revenge show. I mean, I love it. Everybody watches it,
Well,
especially
revenge show.
Asian. No, but it's
Right
like
up my alley.
it's like an actual revenge show because like there's no forgiving. I love that. Like she just like went full on for revenge. And I'm just
Love
like,
it.
yes, I hate it when people forgive stuff. But like
too.
on the show is like her husband like plays kind of like a Korean, like how I explain it is like a Korean chess game,
Okay.
right? So he was really good at it, and he was like, there was a girl on the show, like he was trying to like bait him in a way, but like she learned how to because like it was part of her revenge plot. So, but like she was really good at the game too. So like he goes to like this specific place that do like people play there, like
Okay.
kind of like like the chess thing.
Yeah.
And like she bets on people and she wins all the time. And it was really really curious about her because like there's not a lot of women that plays the game also
Yeah.
that are really good at it. So like he intentionally kind of waits for her and see if she's in there. You know what I mean? To play with her. So like there's that aspect of like the wife said like it's just like you were cheating on me, right? Because there was that anticipation. He was going there like waiting for her. So like that's the thing is like there's like this thing of like emotional cheating and kind of like like cheating. Like there's like people are always just like, well, it's not really cheating if I'm like flirting with other people in the bar, right? Because I don't really do anything about it. It's just like I'm just flirting to get transfer. That's the thing. It's just like what's
yeah.
where
That's a
is
tough
the level,
topic.
right?
yeah, I think it varies from person to person and like experience to experience. It's like a very broad.
Yeah.
Everyone has different opinions, I think.
I mean, I know for a fact that I've got cheated on by an ex. So that was really hard, but like I broke it off. But it's also like my thing. Like if you cheat on me, it's over. I can't. It's one of those my big deals. It's just like I can't because I'm that person that like I would not cheat on you. I will break up with you. But I think it's also personality because like
Yeah,
on
that's
my
true.
on like my first serious boyfriend, like we were together for 4 years, but I started feeling and seeing like we started losing the chemistry and I'm starting to like get attracted to other people. So like I'm the kind of person like if I'm dating you, I'm obsessed with you. Like me and my husband have been together 15 years. I'm still obsessed with my husband. It's kind of
Yeah.
like my friends things are like you're weird and it's kind of like annoying. Because I do think like he is like the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. Because like I travel and stuff. I mean I do get every now and then, but like because like I know him and I know his personality. Like it's all tied to him as a person.
Yeah.
It's not just the physical thing. So that's what I am. Like when I'm with that person, I get so obsessed.
So I mean, I was going to think the way I think about it is the energy that you're putting in looking for somebody else. Could you put that same energy in this relationship
Yeah.
and see if you can make something out of it? There's this saying that if you don't know how to row one boat, changing the boat is not going to help.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so that's how I look
That's
at it.
true,
It's
actually.
But that's why like I don't cheat. Because like so like when I start feeling like I'm getting attracted to other people,
Yeah.
I broke it off. Because I felt like, like I mean, he didn't want
I
to.
feel like that's fair.
Yeah, because like I felt like I didn't want to take a chance and like also because like we're still friends to this day. He's my only ex that I'm friends with.
And a lot of the time that happens when people are better friends than they are in a relationship too.
And also
Yes.
we were only 21 and he wanted to get married and I'm like not
No.
ready. It's one of those
Yeah.
things where like I think
Still too early.
well, also like you get to a plateau in your relationship where you want to step it up, right, and like level up.
Yeah.
But like not everybody is ready to level up depending on like where their career is or their age and all that stuff. And I felt like 21 is just too young for me to get married. you
Also,
know?
I mean, level up. Okay, level up in commitment is one thing, but level up in actually making the relationship richer and better, I think that I would always be up for it.
Yeah.
So,
So.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it is like really interesting because I think also people are like I think honestly like when we look at like celebrities and people that have money or power and they're just like oh they get divorced a lot or like they don't keep their marriages. But I think like I don't think it's a negative thing because like I've seen people stay in a relationship because of financial reasons or like
A lot
the
of negative reasons.
exactly. So like I feel like a lot of them do have to do with money. So like with celebrities and people that are rich, it's one thing that they don't have to worry about because they have prenups and they have like money of their own. But like if you're like married also and you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have an income that's coming in for you, and there's a lot of like domestic violence that's happening with that because like you can't just leave financially. You're tied to your significant other.
That's where I think there's a lot of need for, especially women, being financially independent and financially literate. Right? I mean, even if you're not earning money, at least you should know what's going on with money and how to
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah. So
That's a fair point.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing also is like if you look underneath all of this, okay, why do you get attracted to somebody else? Why do you?
Yeah.
There's an element of discontentment that's in you that is
Yeah.
creating that in others.
Yeah.
So if you can take that as, oh, can I address the discontentment itself rather than going for another relationship
Like a lack
or another.
of confidence and needing like
And communication, I think a lot of those
Yeah.
are like a lot of like because even with friends, I mean, I think like also with like women because we have our own community of friends and we are more open
Yes.
about our relationships. We don't
Yeah.
have like the ego thing because like men with egos like they don't want to put sometimes their laundry out there, but as women we're like, oh, I gotta give you the dish. you
yeah,
know?
we got to give you the tea.
Yeah, because my husband is like mad because like I went on a girls trip, right, and I told him like oh like I told things about you because we're in a relationship. He's like, no, you like broke like like you broke the expectations. It's like you betrayed me, and I was like, no, they thought you were perfect, and honestly, that's not smart because people do look at our relationship because we've been together for 15 years and married 10, and they think like, oh, you guys are like the perfect couple, and I'm like, there's no perfect couple. This
Yeah,
is a
definitely
lot
not.
of work.
It is a lot
You
of
know,
work.
and then sometimes,
Every
like,
relationship.
It's maintenance.
Yeah, so like I think like as like because like my friend is younger, she's 8 years younger, and she's getting married, and I told her it's like there's expectations versus reality. I know you have a goal right now, but marriage is not your goal. I mean,
It's-
wedding is not your goal.
Wedding's not the goal, yeah.
Marriage is your goal.
Yes.
Right? It's like this is gonna be fun. You get like planning for a wedding, but it's the after thing that's gonna be interesting because you're gonna have to like worry about finances, and we're also talking about like women's fertility because
Yeah.
like I did do the IVF. I am pregnant now because of that, but I do have like hesitations and like not quite regret. But like it's sad that like I didn't have mentors or to tell me that like
Yes.
freeze your eggs, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And we were as like a community of us, like her friends, we were telling like our experience and why we were doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because like if I don't get pregnant after this pregnancy, I will not have a biological child. And it's a
Oh my
little bit
gosh.
sad because I don't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because like in vitro takes a lot of
It
your
takes,
body,
effort,
and I
yeah.
can't do it again.
Yeah,
Like it's,
yeah,
it is really is. I can see why people do it again and again. I can't. I'm not physically, mentally, or financially prepared anymore to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those things that I told her that like I wish even if I didn't take that advice, I wish somebody has given me
least,
that
yeah,
advice. You know what I mean? So like
information.
I have like exactly like you can never have too much
Knowledge.
information.
Yes.
So like if I had those information and somebody has actually told me or talked to me about it, because sometimes with your doctors, they look at like short-term plans, not long-term plans.
Yeah.
They're fixing like
They're
what's
willing
your
to fix you after everything keeps happening.
Yes.
so yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, like take care of
Not
your
always.
body. Go to couples therapy if you have to. I think like I do think like couples therapy is like underutilized.
I think so too.
I think so too.
I think
there's a lot
it
of
kind
value.
of can be looked down upon too. And I
Because
don't
you
think
feel
it should.
yeah, because like you feel like, oh, you have problems.
Yeah,
right?
it's always like that
Yeah.
area of like, obviously there's something going on.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, it's like tending to your garden, right? So if you're into gardening, right,
Ah.
you have to tend to the soil. You have to, take care of the soil.
Nurture
You have to provide the fertilizer. You have to water the plants at the right time. All of that has to be done. It's the same with the relationship, right? So whether you're doing couples therapy or you're doing some webinars together, or so I think I've said this on the show before, but that if you have two people, right, it's like if you're only looking at each other, right, then it's like two lines coming together, and they're going to eventually go apart, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a common goal in life, then you can be like train tracks. Train tracks will go
On
next
and
to each
on
other,
and on.
on and on
As
forever.
long as there's tracks.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking in the same direction rather than looking at each other.
Yeah.
So that's another, so you have to, at the end of the day, you have to work at your relationship. That's for sure. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
So,
And also, I have
That's
this joke.
perspective.
I'm like, with my single friends, I'm
Yeah.
like, don't get advice from your single friends. They're single. Like that's like the blind leading the blind. Like, ask people that are like not just in relationship, but like actual healthy relationships.
Healthy, yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, because the other thing is like, there's a joke of like the easiest thing to get for a woman is a man. Like, we literally can pluck one from the street. You know what I mean? That's why like when they tell us like, oh, you couldn't get a man, I'm like, you know how easy it is to get a man? Literally just go to a bar. It's like, do you want me? Okay, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, men are easy, but like actual
The
like
relationships
are also sometimes easy because like we all know that one friend, okay, that like you're like, she shouldn't be in a relationship.
Oh my
She
god.
is anyway, or she will be in the one after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't look for advice for that person. You know?
Sometimes people teach you what to do, and sometimes some people teach you what not to do at their expense. It's good.
At their expense.
At their expense.
Experiences.
Yeah, that's why you should have like. That's why like I love having diverse sets of friends. So you don't like get narrowed and like you kind of get out of touch.
Yes.
Not just like just being single or married
Yeah,
or like with
definitely.
kids or like that kind of thing. So
Diversity is good.
yeah.
Diversity is always good.
So for Are You the A-hole today, I'm actually just gonna summarize it.
Okay.
So so this woman has a child in elementary school, and in their school, their children is not allowed to have phones in their classroom.
Okay.
So the teacher forgot to take the child's cell phone, and she saw the child using it while they were in the classroom and took it away. So usually they have like a designated spot to put the cell
Okay.
phone.
Parking lot for
Yeah.
the cell phones.
So
yes.
like then the children get it after school.
Yeah.
But the teacher actually accidentally brought it home with her,
Oh.
right? And then the child forgot about their cell phone.
Yeah.
So like the next day, the teacher messaged the parent and told her like the cell phone had damage, right? But like, can they talk about it like one-on-one and not talk to the administration or the school
Sure,
about it?
sure.
But the parent now feels like, but I feel like this is a little bit sus because because like it was your job to like make sure, because like the teacher was gonna give her kind of like a sad phone, like a not really comparable to her son's phone, more like
see.
a downgrade so she can like give, because like she's a teacher, she doesn't get paid much. I mean,
Sure,
we all know this.
sure.
So like, but like give her a couple months till like she can get like the comparable phone that she just had
yeah.
either destroyed or like had a damage to. But like she had a phone to lend with the kid, but it's not the same phone. It's more like a downgrade to his phone. But now the parent feels like, no, I should like, the school should know, because this is your responsibility as a teacher to not also bring it with you, to also like not damage my son's phone. So what do you guys think about it? Do you feel like she should just like not bring it up to the school, or it's a teacher's fault? Like,
My question is like, why do kids in elementary school have phones in the first place, right? Or expensive phones in the first place, right? I mean,
I'm sorry, Grandpa, but like this is what I tell my husband too. It's just like my nephews had phones since like they're 6 or 7.
why?
Because like, I mean, they have friends. That's how they communicate with their friends. That's how they text with their friends. Like that, they have Twitch accounts. That's like
Okay.
they're very like,
You're all okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think also like, I think with the COVID also, it didn't help that generation, right? Because you have to think about it. They were like not in school for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
That was the only way they can like communicate with their friends, was either in school, because they couldn't see
Well,
each
school
other
was even
outside.
online at one point. So most kids have tablets, laptops,
Yeah.
like
So
Yeah,
they
but-
couldn't
it's
really.
kind of like built. It's getting built in, I think.
Yeah, I think that also kind of help with that kind of technology kind of
Also,
thing.
like the stuff going on too, like universally or like even just in our country is like crazier too.
Well, also school shootings.
Yeah,
a
like,
lot of parents are really scared about
Kids
that because they want their kids
my
to have
daughter
a phone.
will have a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at what age? Right? So that was the question.
Probably in elementary school.
I think, like, honestly, I'll probably, not in kindergarten. I think
Mm-hmm.
by around second or third grade, I'll have my.
Maybe when there's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
a sense of responsibility for it.
Yeah. I mean, they're not, I think, like,
It's-
I think also it's like for parents now, because, like, honestly, like with the school shootings and stuff, it's more like a.
It's almost like a necessity.
It's more, it's also like a
You're
control
like,
kind
no,
of thing.
it's not.
Yeah.
Because there were kids that were like in the school shootings where like they got like a message from their
Yeah,
kids, you know,
yeah.
they're just like, hey, mom, dad, like I don't know if I'm gonna make it, you know, I'm hiding right now in a closet, but this is my last message to you. Or they're like text their parents like their last, you know, thing, because like I think that also like perpetuates it. It is scary to think about it now that I'm having a kid, to like send my kid and like there's a possibility they may not come back, because it's the leading cause of death for children and teens now.
Oh, yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
it's like it's really it's just really sad to think about it.
So back to the teacher's dilemma,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think she should just, like, he or she should just come clean. It's like, okay, this is what happened. It was a mistake. Right? Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have taken it. Like, people make mistakes.
I
right?
don't really
It's
think
like,
that their job should be like on the line over it, but
Right.
I do think like, you know,
yeah.
I think that's why like she said like the teacher was not getting mad, but like I think she was scared to like bring it to the administration
Yeah,
because
because
like
she's scared for her job.
yeah,
right?
yeah, and I feel like that's just kind of sad in a way too, because like people make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, this is when you can, but you can tell is like they don't make enough money, because like if they can't afford a cell phone, you know what I mean? Like obviously, like they don't, they can
Yeah.
afford anything.
Well, I mean, the thing is about mistakes is nobody wakes up in the morning and say, "Oh, today I'm going to make 4 mistakes." No,
Yeah.
mistakes just happen. You know, it's not premeditated.
But like as a
So-
parent, would you take like the lesser cell phone and wait?
If you
for-
ask me, my son will not have a phone until he's older, not in elementary.
Well, let's just pretend like he's in middle school, and then his phone is like,
well, what age
God.
is appropriate for you?
yeah, what
truly?
age is for you?
So
like around
I-
what age?
I would think like at least 12.
Okay.
Right? So
Okay,
my
that's
son
fair.
is 10 right now. He doesn't have a phone. I think there's only maybe one or two kids in his class who have a phone. But my opinion is that as much as I can keep him away from things which I know are addictive or can be addictive, better for me.
Yeah.
But
Because like
we'll see.
my goddaughter is like, she has the watch, so like she.
So there's
can-
a way to communicate.
Yeah,
right,
so like
for the ones,
she calls, so she has like 5 contacts, so like
Yeah.
911,
Yeah.
her mom, her grandma, but she doesn't have a phone because like my friend doesn't want her till she's 13.
Yeah.
But like my nephews always, I mean, since I've known them, I mean, maybe even 4, like, but just like to have not even like a connection, because my brother-in-law changes his phone a lot. He likes getting upgraded. So they always have like extra phones for them, for the kids, because
For
they're
the
all
ki-
Apples. They're all connected with the cloud,
correct.
that kind of thing, and then they're just using it at the house, that kind of thing.
Also, I don't know if this is sketch, but like having your kids carrying cell phones is also kind of like tracking.
Oh yeah, parents do that.
Yeah,
They track
I
their
would be
kids.
a parent that does that. Like
No,
definitely
that's-
have their
AirTag my
location
kid.
on.
You can do
So I
AirTag.
feel
yeah.
like
AirTag in the
also
backpack.
that would be a justifiable like thing for me to allow my child to have a phone, like so I know where they are.
I have a
at
business
all
idea.
times.
You know, you should come up with these like injectable chips. Just put them on
Have
your
you
kid
seen-
and that's it.
That's,
Put them on
not,
your kid and that's
that's
it.
not invented. That's already in animals.
Have you
Yeah,
seen?
no.
Have you seen iCarly? So
No,
there's
I
like an episode like they went to Japan and they couldn't find Freddie.
Okay.
And then his mom was just like, "But I have a chip on him." And then Freddie was like, "You put a chip
Oh,
on me?" Yeah, and
yes,
he's
yes,
like,
I remember that.
"Yeah, I wanted to make sure I know where you were at that time." But I'm just like, I don't know, this is a little bit extreme but like I do think like because like I think also because like I work in daycare and like I've always been around kids and I've always like even when I wasn't working at daycare, I did like after school like reading programs for children, and you know like abductions are actually not that high in the U.S. They're just like it's one of those things where like it's like so scandalized, right? That like it
Of course,
scares
yeah.
parents. But like they always say that like if a child is abducted, their shoes are the last thing that they keep because it's easier to change clothes. But they keep their shoes. So I have thought about like sewing like ear tags on the sole of my children's shoes. So like if they do get abducted or they do get lost, because like children do get lost. Because you see those like things in Facebook. They're like, have you seen this child? Please like share this thing, you know. Because like they do get lost sometimes. So like I feel like I can like track them, but like not quite track them, kind of thing, you know, like as a parent.
Like when me and Layla went to the balloon fiesta this last year, I have an AirTag on my keys, but I will put it on her,
Yeah.
like in big areas,
Of course.
because she's too little to like have a phone. But when she's
Yeah.
old enough to have like the responsibility of having a phone, that's like an easier way of like.
So,
There's
so-
also sensors on like addictive things
Correct,
for phones
correct.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. No, I think so. Tracking a child and the possibility of them getting lost is when they're really, really little. But in elementary school, I think, as a parent, I would think, I want my child to be responsible enough to be able to, you know, if something happens, they know how to contact me. They know what to do in that kind of situation.
But if they don't have a cell phone, they can't contact you.
Their teacher has a cell phone. Their teacher, like we can make hypothetical things all the time. That's not a problem. But like I would be much more in favor of teaching the child to be more responsible about themselves, about their situation, be more situationally
Well, I
aware.
wouldn't like particularly tell her.
That you have a chip on
She
her.
would assume she was having to be
Oh
responsible.
no, I will tell my kids.
No, that I like her
No.
location was on her cell phone or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I think like also like it's also interesting because like we are definitely like I know for a fact like I am attached to my phone. I do take breaks with it
Yeah,
every now and
yeah.
then like I'm like so into it right now that like even my family or friends like you didn't even post a picture of your vacation. You posted it like 3 days after, and I'm like, oh, I was just like really into it. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I mean, I took pictures of stuff that we
Yeah.
did, but I didn't even post it right away. But that's like that's our lives really, and you know like how they say that like TikTok in the U.S. and everywhere else is different from TikTok in China.
I've heard about that.
So
yes.
like the TikTok in China is like they have to put in how old they are, and so like they get like educational videos.
Content
Yeah.
is more that will serve them rather than serve the advertisers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also their time. Like TikTok actually timed them. They closed them out of the app. Like not a parental thing. It's an actual TikTok
It's
thing.
within built into that.
wow.
Because they knew that like that shenanigan is like addictive. They just like scroll. I mean, they have like the
Yeah,
remote.
there's like never-ending content.
Doom scrolling.
You don't have to scroll now. You can get a remote.
You can get a remote to click and
Yeah,
then
that like scrolls up and down your TikTok now.
now instead of building muscles in the finger, you build in the muscles in the thumb, right?
Okay.
Like scroll up, scroll down. But like no, it's just like I can definitely say that like I am definitely attached to my phone
the
because
phone,
like
yeah.
I use it as a GPS.
Yeah.
Right? I look it up when I want to eat something or do something. Or now, except pregnant, definitely eat something because I like, is it 3 hours already? I think I should be snacking. You know, so like, and that like, you know, and I also like get messages and also like social media because I have family everywhere and
Yeah.
friends everywhere.
Yeah.
I do like stalking them. You know, like like I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I am that person that like my friends love me because like I literally like because my sister is just like you like everything. I'm just that person. Like if I'm the only person that like that picture, you know it's me. You know I like it. You know, and that's why like
You're the professional liker.
I am the professional liker. So like I go to my Facebook and like everything. I go to Instagram and like heart everything. You know, I am that person. And like my friends love it because you know like obviously they know like I've checked it, I've seen
Yeah.
what they're doing,
Yeah.
and you
that's-
know get jealous because like they're somewhere warm and I'm not.
Oh.
They're eating things that I want to eat kind of thing.
I'm the friend that has my location on for all my friends, so they all know where I'm
Where
at.
you are.
Yeah. I'm like, if I ever get kidnapped, it's your guys are responsible.
You're responsible. You need to figure out where I am.
No, I send the same. Like when I Uber, you have that option to send your
Your location.
Uber.
yes.
Like that's,
Correct.
I send it to my
Correct.
husband.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like most of the time I'm driving with my mom, so it's just like you know. what is my mom gonna do? She's not gonna do anything exciting. But like when I do Uber, like I sent like my information to my husband.
yeah.
Because also like I do travel without him. Like when I went to my girls' trip without him, but like I would just send it, just like you never know.
You never know. You
Because
never
also
know.
like
Hours away, but
Yeah.
just in case.
Just in case.
well, also like we were doing like when we went to New Orleans, we did like the ghost tour, but it was like they call it like a 5-in-1. So
Okay.
it's not just ghosts; it's like true crime, ghosts,
Oh,
that kind
that
of thing.
sounds so fun.
And it's also interesting because like their ghost stories are like when you think of ghosts, what do you think? Like vintage clothing, a lady in a white dress, some old dude doesn't have like a neck.
Creaking sound coming
Yeah.
from somewhere.
Exactly. But like their ghost stories are like 2003 and 2009, and I'm like, oh yeah, people die and get murdered in like that time. They still become ghosts in New Orleans. Like forget about that. And the ghost name was like Sean, and I'm like, that's not even a ghost name. Just think about it, like Sean the ghost. I'm like,
Sean the ghost.
Have you met people who have actually experienced real ghosts?
I
Real ghosts? Like, yeah, tell me more.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I experience like weird energy and stuff.
yeah. I think the problem with me is like I ignore it because I don't want
Me too. But ever since I was little, like I've felt like long nails running through my hair, or like me and my brother have seen ghosts together in our
Ooh.
house, like really
Yeah.
weird stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. That's the thing is like I don't know if I can.
Oh, you know what? Just last night, actually, I came home and I was going upstairs and I passed the loft and I went into my room and I was reading like a newspaper article.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden I look out and there's like the closet light on in the loft. And I was like, for sure that was
It's
not on. It was
on.
jet black.
Yeah.
So I go and I turn it off and I go to the bathroom and I come out of the bathroom and like there's like a little like toy lighting up. So I turned that off. It was just really weird. I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Before I do see something.
Yeah. I never really personally see something, but like when my grandmother passed away, me and my little sister's age gap is humongous. It's 11 years. So I was 13 when my grandmother passed away, and she's 2. She was really, really little. So like my
Oh,
grandmother
that's horrible.
lived next door to us, but like you have to pass her house. So like I don't know, because you can understand this in India. There's like places in the community where there's no roads. You have to pass like little
Yes.
street roads to go to the
Correct.
big roads.
Correct.
It's hard to like explain it to Americans because there's roads. So yeah, but like so we have to pass my grandmother's house, and like my grandmother used to have a rocking chair in front of our house. She will say hi to us or give us $1 or
Yeah.
tell us if we're thirsty. So like every time we pass my grandmother's house to no avail, my little sister would always say, "Grandma wants some water." She's waving at us. She's
Wow.
calling
Oh,
at
that's
us.
scary.
And I'm like, I know for a fact she's not dead because you're only 2.
No, but I think little kids actually can see much
Right.
more. Like,
I feel like
until
they-
about
or
the age 5 or
animals,
so. Even animals
right?
can sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
definitely.
For sure.
But yeah, no, it's just like it's also definitely interesting because it was like at 5 in the afternoon. So there's like
Yeah.
no creepy vibe, but like if you do
But
it at
still.
like 7 or because I've done ghost tours in like Charleston and
Okay.
like different places, and it's at night, so it gives like that.
Yeah, you feel scary. You're like vulnerable in the
Yeah,
dark.
because you're really like it gives that. It gives that
It gives that vibe.
ambiance, such as like it's at night, it's kind of creepy. Things can come
Like
out.
the
They're
scary
giving you
movie
value for your
vibe.
money. You paid for the ghost tour, right? So,
Yeah.
so you gotta get some
They're like,
experience
you have
out
to
of
get
it.
scared.
Yeah, but also like I think the closest ghost story that's like related to me is like we went to the Winchester house. I don't know if you heard about it. It's in
Oh, in San
California.
Jose. San Jose. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this house. She was like a rich white lady,
Mm-hmm.
but like her husband is from the Winchester guns thing,
Mm.
and like she keep building this house that has like stairs that goes to nowhere, doors that doesn't open, doors that opens all the way outside.
Yeah.
It's a really weird and funky
Yes,
house.
yes,
But
yes.
like me and my friend were standing like in the beginning of the tour, and this door just like shuts by itself, and then my friend was just like, oh, it was like the vent, like it was the vent, right?
Yeah.
It was like
the vent.
it was the air thing or whatever. And then my group was like about to come. We were the only one at the end. And then I told her, like, Joanne, you know for a fact there's no vent anywhere around us. Put your hand
Yeah.
up. And then like as we're walking to the door, she's like, there was no air. There was no vent anywhere.
That's scary. Yeah, I've definitely seen ghosts too. Like I've
Yeah.
seen, like I was on the computer when I was maybe in like middle school, maybe 8th grade. And my little brother was in elementary school, so he would come home maybe like 30, 45 minutes after me. And I like vividly heard someone walking upstairs. And then there's like a little creak at the top of my staircase. So it creaked and I like
There's
briefly turned
nothing.
around. No, it was like this little boy And he looked like blue. I don't know. He looked like he drowned or like got strangled or something. And I like turned back to the computer, and then I like turned back again, and I like shut off the computer, and I sat outside that day and waited for my little brother to get home. I didn't tell him anything, but I was just like, I'm not staying in the house alone right now.
Yeah. No, it's like I don't think I really experienced or see anything like
Yeah,
like
I've
you
seen
said.
some
It's
very vivid stuff.
like, yeah.
Wow.
To me, I'm just like I kind of just ignore it because I told myself
pretty
like,
weird.
it's just like the weird thing about me though too is just like I'm not scared of like actual people, even like bigger people, because I'm just like, well, I'm gonna put a fight, you know, like I'm not gonna go down easy. But I'm like, what am I gonna do if I say it goes?
Ghost.
You know what I mean? Like I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I'm like, go away. You know what I mean? Just like someone's like, what am I do? Shoot them? Like what? I have like.
Turn on a light. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
So it's just like I think it's also like I think it's also fun because like being in like New Orleans with that history and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, you guys.
I'd love to go there and
You
see
guys
that.
need to go, and we didn't go in Mardi Gras time.
Alcatraz
Oh.
is a goal for me.
What is it?
Yes,
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
That's
Yeah.
like a huge
Yeah.
place I would love to go visit.
I didn't have a chance to go because like they were already booked by the time I was in. I was visiting my friend in California. Like I really wanted to go, but I heard like people actually do feel and see things in Alcatraz.
That's super
I've
cool.
been there, but I didn't feel anything. So
Oh, you've been there?
Wait, was it
gosh.
at night or was it in the afternoon?
no, it was during the day.
Oh, that doesn't count.
That's-
Nothing happens in the
that's
day.
And also, you know, we had these little Walkmans that you could put your headphones on because there's like a guided tour. Once you have that on, then at least I stopped paying attention to what else because the sound is so.
Yeah, it's not the same as an actual person,
Correct,
you know, because it gives like the vibe. And like I said, it's
I
like
didn't know that actually.
it's always fun at night because like I feel like like you do become sensitive and everything. I feel like everything gets louder at night.
At night,
Like my
yes.
cabinets get squeakier at night for no reason. Like I'm just opening it and I'm like, how are you this loud? You weren't this loud at like 3 in the afternoon.
Yes.
You know, so but that is the end of the show. We will see you guys next week and talk about more hot topics and showcasing local New Mexico. If you are a business in local New Mexico or any businesses that would like to be featured or sponsor our show, please contact us at In Hindsight, and we'll see you guys next week.
Ciao.
Bye.
Let's have a food break.